So last month I was able to go to Arizona, and I haven't been there since I was around, I think, like 8 or 10 years old. It's probably been at least, it's between like 10 to 15 years since I've been there. And after practicing for so long with photography, I was super excited to go back to the Southwest because I don't really have any work from out there. And I ended up bringing my Hasselblad 500 ELM, and it was a spectacular time. Let's get right into this video. Probably one of the coolest moments once we ended up getting into Arizona. I had the Hasselblad ready with Gold 200 and hopped on this little train before getting out to Sedona called the Verde Canyon Railroad, and it went through all of these different kind of abandoned mining places, and shooting that on the Hasselblad was an incredible memory that I will cherish for a very long time. But without further ado, let's get right into it. Shooting the Hasselblad on a train was absolutely nerve-wracking, but we got it done. And here are those shots. So the day after I went rock climbing, I was shooting with the Hasselblad outside, and it was after a snowy night. There was this really cool dusting and it was overcast. So I picked up the Hasselblad, and what it once weighed now felt like 30 pounds because after rock climbing that was really tough. But here are those shots. Again, incredible scenes that day. Here they are. After that morning of incredible moody scenes, we ended up going towards Scottsdale, and I wasn't really too familiar with if there'd even be hiking out that way, just because it's closer to Phoenix. And I was a little bit bummed until I started really looking into hikes, and I found one called the Petroglyph Trail, and let me tell you, this place was incredible. So going to the slot canyons in Arizona was absolutely incredible, especially on the Hasselblad. There were moments where I really felt like I was in this totally abstract world, and I actually got really dizzy. But you're not allowed to take videos in the slot canyons. It is on the Navajo reservation, so please be mindful of that if you go. And usually they don't want you to bring in anything too bulky for items, so I was surprised they let me in with the Hasselblad, but I confirmed that with my guide, and it was just an incredible moment. So here are those photos. So last up was Page, Arizona for the Horseshoe Bend, and it wasn't really anything that excited me, especially after going through the slot canyons, and I think that's probably what weighed into that. And it was a beautiful place, but it wasn't, it just didn't hold anything too special to me. But again, that was after seeing the slot canyons. But here are some shots on the Hasselblad, and also be very, very careful while you're there. There isn't really much that is protecting you, and there has been many, I wouldn't say many, but a good amount of deaths just from people falling into it because they aren't aware, or they're trying to take an Instagram photo for a platform that barely exists anymore. So just be careful and mindful of that. Alright, that brings an end to the video, and if there's something you want to see next, let me know. I have a few ideas right up here and a few written down, so I am hoping to be back very soon. Thank you for watching.